back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys like that introduction. So, can you guys guess what today's video is? Obviously you can. It is named above up there. This is my cream and powder contour and highlight video. I didn't film the eyes or the eyebrows, the lips, but I did film how to achieve the full face. So if you guys are interested in learning how to get this look, then keep watching. Okay, you guys, I have my eyes, my eyebrows, and my lips done, so this video is going to be strictly how I apply my foundation, contouring, and highlighting with powders and creams. Obviously, you don't have to do all these steps, the amount that I'm doing, but this is the way that I prefer to do it. It does take me a very long time to get ready, so I'm sure in the future I'll show you guys a quicker way to contour and highlight, but this is going to be a very in-depth, detailed with powders and liquids. So if you're interested, then let's keep going. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with priming my face. I already applied my moisturizer. The moisturizer that I use today is the Benefit Total Moisture Facial Cream. I mentioned this in my January favorites, so I use this to moisturize my face. And I'm going to be using two primers. The first one is the Marc Jacobs Invisible Undercover Perfecting Face Primer. This is amazing. I like to use this first just to hydrate my face. I take about a pump and a half. And I just like to massage this right into my skin. And like I said, this really helps with like hydrating the skin, making the skin feel very nice. Now on to my second primer. I know two primers who does that, but this is the porefessional from Benefit, and this helps minimize pores. This primer doesn't really minimize pores. Like I said, it hydrates the face. This one really helps prevent the pores from like showing, and it just minimizes them a little bit more. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and I am just going to apply it on my problematic areas where I feel like I have my pores that show the most. And for me, it's usually like right under my eyes and like by my cheeks. I feel like I have very noticeable pores on my nose and a little bit on my forehead. So for me, my problematic area with my pores is basically my T-zone. Once that step is complete, I'm going to move on to foundation. So today I'm going to be using the Nars St. Marcs Medium 1 Skin Tint. I'm going to take a little bit of this and pump it on the back of my hand. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And I'm just going to start applying this straight onto the skin. Now that we have the foundation done, I'm going to go in with my concealer. And the concealer that I'll be using is the Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in the shade Light Warm. So I'm just going to use this to cover up any of my dark circles. I love this concealer. I feel like it covers so nicely. It gives you so much product. I mean, highly recommended. It doesn't crease on me, nothing. So if you're looking for a great concealer, definitely try this one out. Now I'm going to blend the crap out of this concealer because everything is about blending. And again, this is just for concealing. This is not my highlighting. So I'm going to be going in with a different highlighter to highlight under my eyes. And whatever is left off, I'm going to use on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead. Now, I was going to use another palette for the contouring, but since I know this is very accessible to a lot of you, and this is the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in the shade Medium. So I know this is very accessible, and a lot of you guys, it's easier to purchase and find. So like, you know what, I'm going to go with something that's more easy for you guys to find. Not too many products, so I'm going to stick to this. Now, I am going to be using the banana shade to highlight under my eyes. I'm going to be using my Luxie 181 brush. I'm just going to grab a good amount of the yellow shade, and I'm just going to apply that directly under the eyes. And this is going to be my highlighting shade. I also really like to highlight around my nose because I personally feel like that around my nose I get most red, so I really want to conceal it and to cover it up. So that's why I apply a little bit of product there as well. And I really like to bring it back to the temples because I really want it to look blended and nice and clean. I don't want it to look like I just took it up by my eyes and that's it. So I want it to look really clean, really blended, and I want it to for all of it to come together very nicely. Keep blending, yes. Keep pounce it on your face. Beat your face, you know? Beat it. Pound, yes. Is it look blended enough to you guys? I can't really tell. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go in with, I'm like so lost when it comes to brushes. Like, I just don't know what to use next. So, bear with me when I'm looking for brushes to use. Okay, whatever. I'll use this Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm gonna go in with the darker shade in this palette. I'll mix a little bit of this shade too, so I'll just go back and forth. And now for the fun part, contouring. So I'm going to drag a line from the top of my ear towards my mouth. I'm not going to go right down my mouth. I'm going to stop it a little bit less. So just about like that much. Same thing on the other side. I mix the two shades. I'm going to put 2 lines on my forehead. And then I'm going to drag the rest down the bridge of my nose. Okay, and now the fun part, the blending of the contour. I'm going to be using my Trish McAvoy Beauty 71 Perfect Faced brush. I absolutely love this brush. You can also go in with the Morphe M436. It is a dual fiber stippling brush, works amazing as well. You know, for the whole blending process, I feel like any brush would work, but I feel like this one works best for me. So I'm just going to blend the crap out of my face. So I'm just going to keep patting that on. As you can see, like, it just gives you the sickest contour. Like, yes, honey. My dog is so annoying, you guys. He is so annoying. He just will not stop barking. For God's sake, Kobe, please stop. He listened. Sick. Oh, yes. Do you see that contour? Oh, my God. So now I'm just going to be blending those crazy lines on my forehead. And whatever is left over, I'm just going to use under my neck because I don't really like to apply too much under my neck because I don't want it to look crazy. So whatever's left over, I like to just drag it down. And now going back in with my beauty blender, I just like to press this product in just for it to look very blended and very clean. I want the product to kind of like melt into my skin. So, and now for the part you guys, a lot of you guys have been asking for, is the contouring of the nose. So now I'm going to be using this Luxie 182 brush, and I am just going to side by side, yes, just like that, blend it out with the beauty blender. I feel like that's the way I get my nose contour to look so nice sometimes. The way I do it, I really like to go back in with my beauty blender and to really blend it out. I feel like sometimes with the brush it can be a little too harsh for me, and I don't want my nose contour to look harsh. I just want it to look very blended but still like a contoured nose. I know my nose is crooked and broken, you guys, but what can I do? How's it looking so far, people? You guys like it? Good. I'm glad you guys like it. Now I'm going to be going in back with that same Luxie brush with my RCMA no color powder, and we about to bake. We finna about to bake, yes. So, I'm gonna grab a good amount of that powder, and we are just going to bake. Just like that. You guys can get as messy as you want. Do you see all this white powder? Yes, just like that. Now going in with my Morphe G30 brush from the Gunmetal collection, I'm gonna take a little bit of that RCMA powder, and I'm gonna pack it under my contour because I really want that contour to be sharp. And I'm also going to apply some by my nose because this is the area where I usually get oily. And yes, now you're going to wait. So either, what I usually do, I either do my eyebrows, do my eyes, or just something, my lipstick, anything, just so this can kind of like set in and bake, because the whole process of the baking is because you really want that powder to like settle into your skin. That way that kind of stops it, prevents it from creasing, moving, melting, or breaking. So I highly recommend baking. Obviously you wouldn't go through this much on an everyday basis, but if you're like me and you want to slay girls all day every day, then go ahead, bake all you want. And if your guy wants to take you swimming on your first day, this shit won't move. It won't be going anywhere. So let him take you swimming on your first day. Go. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? It ain't gonna go nowhere. Yep. So we're just gonna sit here and we're just gonna let this bake. So tick tock, tick tock. And we are back from baking, you guys. Okay. I'm going to be using my Japanese brush. I don't know what brush this is, but it came like in a little set. So I'm just going to use that to remove all the excess. Yep, we're just going to remove all this good stuff off the face. And you can see, like, even though you're removing all the excess, like, your face still looks bright, it still looks highlighted. So that's why I really love baking, because it just still leaves a little bit of residue on your face, but that little bit just really highlights your face. And you want it to still look highlighted after all that liquids you use underneath for highlighting. We're basically almost done, you guys. So now we're gonna go in with contouring. So these are my two favorite contour palettes. The first one is the Tartiest Contour. The second one is the Kat Von D Contour Kit. So I don't know if I should do that or this, but I was like, you know what? Since again, this is like a 2-in-1, you get basically everything in this. I was like, let's just use this for the sake of today's video. I'm gonna go in with the darker shade, and with my Nars Ita brush, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this, the darker tone, and I'm just gonna, you guys already know my secret about contouring, right? In my previous video, if you guys watched it. So I like it to look a little like harsh and scary like that in the beginning. So this is my little trick. I like to go with the lighter shade. So I'm gonna go in with this lighter contour shade, and I'm going to use that to blend out my contour. I'm gonna be using the Pro Contour Sephora brush. So this is what I usually do, is I just blend out that contour so it still looks kind of like really chiseled, but it just like blends it out so it doesn't look as harsh. And obviously whatever's left over. And now we are going to move on to blush. What blush should I use today? We'll go back in with the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I'm going to be using the 3 shades in the bottom. I absolutely love, and when I say love this blush palette. It's so accessible to every skin tone, to every skin color. It's amazing. It's amazing for a freelancer or a makeup artist. So if you're in the market for an amazing blush palette, Urban Decay x Gwen Stefani blush palette is the shit. I'm going to be using this Nars blush brush, and I'm just going to apply some blush on the apples of my beautiful little cheeks. Just kidding! I must be like, what is this girl always on, right? I'm just gonna use this little brush. Now time for highlighting. I'm gonna be using the MAC Fix Plus. Yes! Rain! Make it rain! Yes. Since we're done being extra, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Glow Kit in That Glow, which y'all already know. Y'all already know how I feel about this palette. This palette is everything. So if you want to know what highlighting palette you should get, you need that Glow Kit by Anastasia. So you guys already know how I do. I mix all these shades. And again, this is another Japanese brush that came in this little like blush, this little brush palette thingy that I got. So I'm just gonna, yes, okay. Now I'm going to apply my highlight. Oh my, this is so pretty. Like, I want to cry because I've never seen anything as beautiful as my highlight. God, why are you so pretty? And that concludes the end of my cream and powder contour and highlight video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I stated in the video, you guys don't need to go through all these processes. You guys don't need to use the same exact products that I use. So incorporate your own products, incorporate what you would rather do. You can always pick and take out, like, choose like what steps you want to use, what steps you don't want to use. Again, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but since this video was so highly recommended, I was like, let me just show you guys what I like to do. I've watched so many YouTube videos, and I always love taking like little bits and pieces of other people's YouTube videos and kind of creating my own little like thing that I like to do with like contour and highlight. I always try out new products, but I feel like the stuff that I use today is what I have been using consistently for a very long time now, and I really recommend a lot of these products, and it is Shabnam certified products. Just kidding. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys on my next video. Much love.